Welcome to the video, guys. It is December 16th, 2024, and today we're gonna be tinting this 2025 Toyota Camry. Now, this customer chose 5% ceramic in the back half, RPFILMS Products, 70% ceramic in the driver and passenger, and 70% ceramic on the windshield. The goal of this car is to basically do a legal install. They don't wanna have any heat. This is purely just for performance. So today I'm gonna do a full walkthrough from beginning to end. If you wanna fast forward to anywhere in the video, we're gonna have timestamps for the side windows, back windows, quarter panels, back windshield, then front windshield. The vehicle should take us about 2 hours from start to end. Today I'm tinting by myself, so Jesus may or may not show up a little bit later today, but we want to make sure that I have time to film this and do a good job. So today is gonna be a little bit slower. At the end, I'm gonna show the actual profits and how you can make money, maximize your potential, and how you can even work with us to help you optimize your business. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get into it. All right, so today we're gonna be showing you guys how to actually shrink a side window. I like to shrink these windows because when you install them with bottom loading, you could technically push out the fingers, but I like to have them completely done. I think it reduces contamination. So I spray water, just water on the windshield, or on the window, sorry. I lay down the film, see how it doesn't move around. If I have soap, it'll be moving around everywhere. Then I grab, excuse my card's mess, my little shrinking card, and I push out the fingers down. Now the goal is to put the tension in the bottom half here. So you can kind of see these fingers popping up. I don't want those to show up on the inside. Even if you have a great quality product, you could end up scratching the film. So we grab our little cable here, and all I'm gonna do is just heat it up, push it out. This is a lot harder if you have soap, guys. So make sure you're just using water when you're laying down the film so it tacks down and doesn't move around. All right, now let's go ahead and continue this. Now, if you really want to make sure there's no fingers, what I like to do is I'll lift it up one more time, I'll flick it up, and I'll just kind of make my own fingers. Anywhere where I can see the film is not like set down yet, I'll just like heat it up, push it out. And put my heat gun to the side, move this over, grab the film, and now let's prep the window. All right, guys, so here's what I like to do to prep for my panels. If you guys don't like to do this, if you have your own method, that's all good. This is what I do. So I grab my nice towel here. I lay it down on here. Now, what I like about this towel, and someone should recreate it, but basically you have this thick leather. So when I grab my gasket openers, which I know is not very common with a lot of shops, but this is how I install, so I don't have to take out the gasket. I install this here, put this here, and then I slide this underneath, which allows the panel to be protected, which is really nice. Then you just attach the bungee, secure the bungee. This one I can go a little bit tighter. Attach, up, attach. Now the goal is you don't want a lot of this to be pulling hard. If I need access to my little control panel here, let me turn on the car real quick. Oh shit, make sure I don't slip. If I need access, it's really easy. I have access right here while still keeping the fucking car. All right, now the car is ready to go. So I can safely roll down the window. And this is a little test I like to do to show you guys that the water goes through. So when I spray here, see how the water goes down easily without any issues. I know I'm secure to install the film. So using a nice slip solution, basically whatever slip solution you guys have, which we have another video for you guys to watch on that one, I'm going to go ahead and scrubby pad. This is step number one. This is a new vehicle, so it should not be very dirty, but let's make sure we do a good job of prepping and cleaning. I don't like to scrape, but I like to make sure I get all the dirt out. Okay, prep the side, then here. Prep the bottom, prep the side, right here. You want to make sure you get all the dirt out. Go here, here, roll the window down. I like to have my fingers, I don't know why I did that, go like this, okay? I like to get it down enough so that way I can get my little towel in here, my finger, and clean it at the end. We don't need to do that yet. But now I spray, grab my my scrubby, went to scrubby again, nice and clean. Spray my micro, run my finger across that top edge, and we're gonna clean it one more time. Now, I don't have to worry about all this water getting on my panel because I have my leather protecting it, which is really nice. It really helps speed up installation time because I don't have to spend a whole minute, 2 minutes cleaning. Okay, and also customers tend to be happy with that we do that. So goal is now, when I bottom load, I wanna almost not see the glass at the top. Okay, now I'm gonna spray, go grab my film. Remember, this is a clear 70% film. It's very, very clear. Hopefully our slip solution is right now. It's just a bit cold in here. So we'll see what happens right now. All right, now I'm gonna go in here. I find a corner. I'm gonna tuck this in right here. Slide this in this way. As you can see here, just kind of finding my way in. Now, this is RPFILMS Ceramic. It's very thick, it's very durable. Really manhandle this product without worrying about it getting wrinkled. A lot of other films, so thin, and when you wrinkle it, you're kind of screwed. So you wanna make sure you're using a product that's easy to maneuver. All right, okay, now that I'm in, I gotta make sure I lay down the film easily. Definitely, it's hard to see, I imagine, if you're looking from home. This is clear film, right? What I'm looking for is that the film is all the way to the edges. I've lined up that top edge, which again, even for me in this angle, is very hard to see, but we've got it. Looks like I've got it. Yep, right here. All right, I'm in, everything's ready to be squeegeed. Then you grab your squeegee, this guy right here, and we're gonna start from the middle, work our way out. This is just the initial tack to make sure everything's in. I like to switch my squeegee upside down to get deep in there. This is not getting everything. This is just the first initial tack. Then I'm gonna go this way. Make sure, got it all, really get in there. That's the first tack, now it's the second tack. This is a harder one, push harder. Now the ideal scenario here is that the film is not moving. Once it's in there and secure, you can really go hard, make sure all the water's out. So now here, slide this tool in, slide in, wipe off the back half, making sure it's nice and clean. Roll this guy up. Now, you can see here, it looks like the top wanted to grab on, so I need to push this out. And then a little pro hack, push with your thumb, secure, no longer have that problem, good to go. The spray, see how this kind of fighting me right here? Just push this out with your hands. Grab our pink squeegee, and I wish this was dark film so I could show you guys, but this is the reality. Sometimes people choose 70%. That's why it's good to have it in your stock. Easy. Now, if the gasket opener ever gets in the way, you could always let go and see. Okay, now that we're done, all we gotta do is push this out, and as you can see, there's still some fingers that wanna come up. So imagine if I wouldn't have shrunk the film, how many fingers I would have. Now, I did spray a lot of extra water because I was demoing what can happen when you put the, you put the gasket openers in there, so that could also be it, but it's also cold right now, so that's about it. Now all I wanna do is make sure there's no leftover bubbles. Take off the last gasket opener, and I'm gonna let it dry. All right, final step 2, I like to run the heat gun over the whole bottom edge, and I like to stand up so I can see. You can even hold the heat gun like this. You could ideally do this during the last step as well. Makes it a little bit easier, but I like to do it at the end regardless, whichever step you prefer. Now look at that dark window tint right there. Close the door. Look at that, completely tinted window. 70% clear, clear glass. Can't tell me it gets any clearer than that. That's RPFILMS Ceramic right there, baby. If you guys are interested in the products, check us out, rpwindowfilms.com. Let's go to the next window. All right, guys, so now we've completed the side window. This is the clearest film you could possibly ever have on the market. There's customers that don't want dark window tint, and that's okay. But it's perfect to have a 70% solution for those customers because they're still high-paying customers. Having this product, having the heat rejection, having the UV rejection is sometimes all that customers want. So definitely make sure to get this. Now, for the back. This is our 3% ceramic film. Technically it's our 5%, but we're using 3% for this demo. 3% film that's gonna be going on the back half. So let's go ahead and prepare. First step, water, same as the other one. Spray. This is not a mandatory step, guys, but I like to do it because I like to have my steps covered. Just habits I have that I've developed over the years. Could I go faster? Not doing that, I'm sure. But sometimes I hate getting fingers. I just personally, I think it wastes time. If you're gonna waste time, might as well, do it right. But grab our heat gun. Same thing. So now we got to be careful not with our heat gun. This one's really sliding around a lot today. Okay, guys. So this one doesn't have many fingers. There's a few, but not much. So we're gonna heat it. Push out. Push out. Now let's lift it up. It's like this. Watch, this one's sliding around a lot today. I'm probably gonna switch my squeegee. This is just to kind of loosen up the film, guys. Okay. Grab this, pull it over here. Now, if you wanna, like, I don't know why, but it gives me anxiety to see like bubbles on the outside of the car. Like, I feel like I haven't finished the window even though I finished, so I like to clean it off. All right, we've got 2 windows here. You can start with either one. For sure, I'm gonna have to trim this quarter panel, but before we do that, let's go ahead and prepare this window. So, step number 1, grab our panel cover. All right, step number 1, put it in there. Now let's go ahead and use the proper gasket openers. For this install, you could stack it if you want, but I like to use the right size. So let's get the smaller one. Always have the hook up, slide it in. Now let's go ahead and secure this. Let's go ahead, release some of the tension here. Get it down here. All right, spray. Let's prep this window. So it looks like we have a sticker on the inside window. Let me find my scraper, which I can never find. This video is brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us. All right, guys, so the goal, like this car is fine for now, but honestly, like we're gonna have a really busy year. We did 600 and something vehicles this year. So next year, our goal is to go between 800 to 1,000. So I need to have a kit that like the towels are here, a little electric generator's here, my ring light's here, my phone is here, my iPad is here. Like definitely gonna have to figure out something. I'm gonna have to look for a car. I really want that one with the big fat tires, you know? So that way when it's rolling around, it won't like flip over and can handle the weight. But anyways, back to the video, back to this. So clean. All right, guys. Now we're gonna roll the window up to the very top and let's commence our bottom loading. Now that we're in, guys, with a very minimal gap at the top, squeegee out. All right, guys, so I had to actually like heat shrink this a little bit, or not heat shrink it, but you know, just kind of get this to dry out because the film is not holding on, which means I have too much slip solution because it's really cold inside this warehouse right now. So I'm just heating it up, making sure, so that way when I roll the window up, the whole film just doesn't slide down. Okay, let's go ahead and prepare the back windshield. Spray the back windshield with water. I'm just gonna clean this off. Main thing is you have a nice clean surface. So use a nice soft squeegee, or you could use whatever squeegee you have, but just be careful not to scratch the vehicle. Squeegee off. All right, now that we've squeegeed everything off, the next step will be to add our soap solution. So this is a very, 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 very important step, guys. Follow it exactly to the T. Just broke mine. Okay, so we're gonna add a soap solution to a micro. You want a non-absorbent microfiber as much as you can. You're gonna just keep reusing this microfiber over and over and over again. And imagine a thick ceramic coating. We want it to not be dripping. That's the goal. See how I'm kind of applying it? I don't know if it's not similar to a coating, but essentially we're just coating this glass with a nice thick surface of soap. This needs to be fully dry before I apply the film. So I'm getting ahead because see, I just laid this down. I'm gonna let that dry. While I'm handling and doing this window over here, I'm giving it time to dry out. So I'm gonna put it back in my car right here. Let's finish this side window and then come back to this. Okay guys, if you can see this in the video, I don't know if you can or not, but now it's fully dry. The way to test that is to grab it. If you can move the film even a little bit, it's not ready to roll up, okay? Let's roll this up now. As you can see, I just need to finish this section. So I'm gonna grab this squeegee, and you can go out like this or just straight down. Essentially, guide the film outwards. Let's see if any fingers pop up. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. A lot of it has to do with the slip solution as well. Now, you still have to make sure, even though it looks like I'm done, finish those edges off, just like this. Okay, now this install is complete. Let's go back to the back windshield and finish up the back. So I'm recording you while recording myself, while recording you while seeing myself. So we know I know you, and you know me, so I know you are gonna know how I'm gonna do this right now.
I know you know you, and I know you know that I know you.
You know what movie I'm talking about? Hit like, okay? Cheesy ass. All right, so first step is reverse rolling our film. I always leave about 1/4 of an inch on the edges, just in case you ever burn the edge. Keeps it nice and easy. So do a nice roll, tie it up really nicely. Can't talk right now. Get this nice and rolled up. Just get your finger in there, twist it, line it up. Now you don't need to put a line in the middle. If you like to, you can, but let's follow the 3-step rule. Okay, so lay it down, put your little section it off. Now we heat. So we've got our heat gun here. Now these can be tricky because you see how big these fingers get? So what I do, all right, so what you want to do is start in the corner here and work your way down, but treat it just like a regular windshield. Now this is RPFILMS Products. It's extremely easy to shrink. It's very durable. Don't have to worry about it wrinkling too much. So all you got to do is just give it enough heat, wait till it's ready, nice and molded, and push it down. Doesn't get much easier than this, guys. It's a beautiful film to work with. If you know what's good for you, go buy it. Okay, so when you get to the bottom, again, treat it just like a normal finger and push it out. All right, that's section 1. Could you go faster with a torch? Sure, but I just don't use a torch. All right, guys, so same thing here. Treat it exactly the same. The fingers get a little bit bigger. I'm gonna go here. Now you can also pre-shrink this whole area first. If you want to loosen it up a bit, pre-shrink, push out. And see how you can put a lot of heat and it doesn't burn? See, we almost wrinkled it there. Now this is great because I can show you guys how to combat this. So you're just gonna lift this up. As long as the wrinkle is not permanent, heat it, push it out. Okay, that was a bad example. Lift it up, heat it, push it out, and now we're good. That is a saved wrinkle. Just like magic, that finger is gone. It looks like a little bit of water got trapped under there. Made it a little bit hard to shrink. All right, restructure, get it down. In the summertime, guys, this is much faster. It's cold in here, so the heat gun's not working as well. Bro, I just did it. Jesus. I already did this side. What'd you do?
I was trying to see glass.
Oh my God. There you go. That's how you know the film's good. Jesus thought the window wasn't tinted. It's okay. We just made a whole video on it. All right, guys. So let's finish this off. Heat, push out, heat, push out. All right, and there you go. That's how you shrink a back windshield. So before I go into installing this one, let's go ahead and shrink the front windshield. All right, guys, so here is our 70% film. What we want to do here, make sure we unroll it properly. You want to reverse the film into itself when you're tinting by yourself or just in general to avoid wrinkling the film when you're laying it down on the windshield. Also, so you don't have to like be climbing on the customer's car and potentially scratching the paint. So it's a few benefits of doing it this way. Okay, so you're gonna grab the film. Now, the film is gonna reverse roll from here because it matches the shape. So just make sure this is on the outside, matching the template that the glass is. Unroll it, okay? Now what you wanna do is basically make sure that you flatten out the film and give it 2 sections. So I got my soft squeegee here, and I wanna pull the film this way and begin shrinking, okay? All right, another pro tip is you can have the heat gun on for a little while. That way it heats up. Nice and primed for you. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and shrink this corner. So there's a couple different methods here, but what you can do is basically just run the heat gun. And in the wintertime, maybe it's best to pre-shrink the area and then hit it after just because it's very cold. Just want to make sure not to over shrink it. So heat it, move the heat gun around, and then go little by little. Yeah, or if you want to just shrink and push, you can do that as well. Either way is fine. Main thing is just not to wrinkle the film. Understanding how to read the film is the most important part of heat shrinking, so you know when to apply pressure, when to squeegee down, and when not to. Okay, now one section is done. Let's do the top right. I know it can be kind of difficult to see this, guys, but this is a clear product. If it was 5%, you can definitely see it a little bit better. Okay, so now you can see here there was still some water that got stuck, so you can lift the film, heat underneath it, and see how it kind of sits a little bit better. Now let's pre-shrink this whole area. Okay, now let's work our way to the other side. The setup looks a little bit rough here. You see some water got underneath the film. So let's go ahead. This is what sucks about winter. The water kind of makes everything a little bit harder. Re-flatten it out. Looks a little bit better now. Okay, so same concept. Heat, push. Okay, now this big one, let's get all these fingers out. Letting it mold. Goal is to keep pushing everything down. Don't let the film get stuck in one section. All right, so let's finish up these bottom edges. Reverse roll this, just put it on the glass. Please stop recording. All right, so now we're gonna lay this down on the glass. We're gonna release the liner or the extra film that's on the liner right now. So all we gotta do is lay it down, grab this liner, Just be careful because you could wrinkle the film in this step if you have a really sensitive film. Luckily, RP Films is very durable. You don't have to deal with any issues, but still mistakes can happen. The film falls, it could definitely damage the film. So now it's all laid down. Let's go ahead and prep the windshield. Go ahead and get in this vehicle. This is my least favorite part about window tinting. Is how uncomfortable the windshields are. If you're massive like me, I'm 6'4". No, 5'10" on a good day. All right, step number one, guys, is get this in here. All right, now you can either use this tool right here, or you can use our yellow tool. Goal is get it about 1/4 of an inch below, so that way it's not giving you any issues during the installation. Now this corner here, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get the film in there, but basically we just have to be careful. Now I'm gonna lay down film or the micro here, as much coverage as possible, and I'm gonna lay down this weighted one. Put this up here real quick. Now accidents can happen down here because this is a new vehicle. I want to make sure that it's well protected. Lay this down the middle. Now this is prepped. So let's go ahead and pray and spray. Spray and pray. What is it? Spray and pray. Nothing goes wrong. But we've done our best, due diligence, make sure it's all safe. Scrubby pad. Oops. The top half. All right, guys, we're cleaning this whole area. All right, guys, so let's go back to our film here. I'm gonna spray, reverse roll this guy in. So spray. Be very careful. Don't rush these steps. Make sure to take your time. Be gentle with the film. And all I'm gonna do is the same step as over there. I reverse roll it. So I roll it. Now, I have another installer here. So we're gonna be doing a 2-man reverse roll method. Hey Meta, start recording. All right guys, so we're gonna be doing a 2-person method here. Everything is nice and ready. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna unroll the film up to like maybe 1/3 of the windshield. He's gonna tack his side down and then hand me the polyester clear film, the backing essentially. And what that's gonna do is gonna create a little like cushion so I can like use it almost like a third arm. And I can essentially guide the film and lay it down. Now, always be careful on those final steps. And using your fingertips to really be gentle with the film in these steps. Now, make sure the soap rope, the film goes below the soap rope. All right, so we are in. Now, main thing here is that all 4 corners, no gaps. We're gonna now go ahead, start from the center and squeegee outwards. Okay, here, here. And now you can squeegee up. Always try to squeegee in the direction that you shrunk the film, if possible. So here, pushing down. Just one more. Just making sure, getting everything out. Now, you could keep wiping down the panel, making sure the water doesn't get everywhere. All right, guys, so now that that's all done, I can't really see if I did a great job. So I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna clean the window, come back around and make sure everything's good. can see here, we just got to push these last details out, get in here. All right, now that that's all done, let's go ahead and wipe this off with glass cleaner, which we just sprayed, and then let's pull that rope out and we'll be done with this install. All right guys, so let's go ahead and finish pulling this out. All you gotta do is just gently pull this out, make sure it doesn't grab onto the edge, and sometimes it's really in there. If you were here, you could see how much water really gets stuck in these things, and that's why it's important for installers to make sure that they don't mess up the electronics. If anything gets wet, I can call this the BCM to get destroyed. So make sure to always use a soak rope. Let's go ahead and hang it up to dry. All right guys, this job is complete. We're just doing a little bit of the final touches right now. This is the full vehicle in our ceramic film. This is RPFILMS Ceramic, available on our website. This one right here, we did the front windshield 70%, front two windows 70%, back half 5%. All this documentation is available on our website, and it's 2 pages. That way you get a copy, your customer gets a copy, and you actually upload this to Timple, which we're going to the next step. So we did a full vehicle inspection, right Jared? Didn't see any damage. Hopefully he did it. I don't know, wasn't here. Now at the bottom, we put the full install, $475, windshield 200. This total comes out to $675. Customer signed on not liable for any electrical damage, but of course, as you guys saw in the video, we covered the front to make sure that there's no damage on the electrical, but there's always that risk, and educating the customer is important. So they sign on that, understanding we're not liable if something happens. The second one is understanding state law. This customer clearly understood what's legal and not legal in the state of California, and understanding of the invoice total. This gives us $675 on ticket number 215. So this is a great job. We're gonna be basically doing during the winter, we don't have as many of these. So when we do get them, we really appreciate it. But for last year, we did about 600, or this year we did about 600 something jobs. Definitely gonna try to double it and triple it if possible, but most likely just getting to 1,000 would be ideal. So that's it guys. Let's go ahead and pull up this car and we'll go over all the data and specs so you guys can see the performance on this vehicle.